Hey YouTube, what's up? And today I'll be showing you Reader, R-E-E-D-E-R, for the iPhone and the iPad, and iPod Touch, of course. This is an application that is, like you think, a reader or a news reader that works with Google Reader. So let's go on and get started. And here's my iPad. We'll get my iPhone in here in just a minute. But if I open up the iPad app, here's what I get. And this actually started as an iPhone app, which is really cool. And the iPhone app and the iPad app are pretty different but at the same time. And they're really nice. So let's go on and get started. What's really great is, photos on the iPad, you can pinch to kind of peek in. Well, you can do the same thing with the Reader. You can pinch and see what articles we've got in here. So I can see, okay, all these Engadget stuff. I can open that up. And I can see Intel has its best quarter ever. And so I can tap it and read into that. I've got a few options up here I can choose. Top right, I can choose Notes, Delicious, Face or Pinboard, Instapaper, Read It Later, Twitter, Safari, Copy Link, Mail Article, and the different mobilizers. And there's just a few other things I can do. I can star the items, I can do all kinds of different things. I can mark them as unread. I can actually view the actual web article by tapping the actual head of the article. And I can go in here and open it up in the browser and read it just like you would normally, which is helpful if it's not a full RSS feed, which I'll show you here in a second. One thing I really appreciate with this application while we're in here is you can just easily swipe down and it says, okay, you want to read this next article? And you let go, and there's your next article. It's just really nifty, so that way you don't have to do that. So I can just do that, swipe down, okay. This is Nexus 1 now. It's one step closer to FM radio support. So, it's really neat. But now I want to show you the landscape view, which is where this app really shines. So if I go landscape with it, and this should all be in the camera. So this is the landscape view, and it works the same, but when I pinch open Engadget, and here it is, it's got this column here where you can read it, so it's really nifty that way. And then you've got a few more options. You can mark all as red with this button way over here. Yeah, you can see that. You can refresh just like that, or you can view the full article just like that. Pretty simple. You still have all your options that you did before, and it's just a lot nicer of an experience, I think, to do it this way. And it's just a pleasure to read on. It's just really, really nice thing to read on. But one thing I have to point out with any RSS reader application is that you don't get full articles on everything. So here's Macworld.com. Pinch that open. I see an article I like. So Apple's policy would kick AdMob off the platform. Sorry. And as you see, I don't have the full article because Macworld doesn't support the full article in their RSS feed, which is really annoying. So now if I want to read the full article, I have to tap, and then it's going to load up in this web browser. And by the time this loads up, I would have been better off doing it in Safari. So it's actually pretty pitiful for that use. You get a few options here. You can still open it in Safari, and it just makes a bit more sense with a full article or with a full RSS reader like Engadget or I think Boy Genius Review has the same thing. Let's see, or Boy Genius Report. So yeah, and that's it's a lot better when you've got a full article, because if you don't, then you've got to tap that and go in. But that's with any RSS reader application. It's not really a knock on this one. It's a knock on RSS readers in general, in my opinion. So that is the iPad app. Really great. We'll get that out of the picture, and we'll bring in the iPhone. And really great application here as well. I don't know how well it's going to focus in. It did it just beautifully. If I open it up, we've got the Reader application. And one thing I want to show you is this did refresh in the background. This does have iOS multitasking support. So if I go in here to Safari and I double click and go back to Reader, you've still got Reader opened up. So it's really nice that way. I can easily go in here. The thing I'm going to show you, this is an iOS 4 feature that I didn't know about, is if you hit refresh, you've got this little thing at the top right. You tap that, it fills up the whole bar and tells you what it was doing. And it's something I didn't know even existed, but it's pretty neat. I wish it would stay there the entire time, but it doesn't, even if you exit out the app. But I can do the same thing. I can open up Engadget here, and I can see what's going on. I can tap that article at the top there. I get the full article as well. I can hit that, and I get the same options I did on the iPad. I can, let's see what else we got here. I can go up and down through them. This also supports the landscape, in case you didn't know. Not really much of an advantage in landscape. You don't get to pinch the zoom or nothing. And one thing that I didn't know, that you probably need to know this, is let's go out of here real quick. Well, actually, you probably did know this because you'll know because. And here's another 4 article, and that's not what I meant to do. But if I go to Macworld, it's the exact same way where you can't actually see the full article. But it's just like, oops, almost dropped the iPhone there. That's why you keep doing iPhone demos laying flat. But so just like with the iPad app, you tap on the top bar there, and it loads it up. And the Macworld loads up Macworld's website. This happens to be the mobile version. And yeah. Like I said, by the time you do that, you're better off just opening up Safari. But anyway, that is Reader for the iPhone and iPad. I really recommend it. I'll be honest, I do not remember the prices in the App Store, but it will be in annotation right about now. And the links will be in the description to go download these. And once again, I didn't say this yet, but I would like to thank the developer of Reader for sending this over to me for me to review both applications. That was really nice of him. I thank you so much. He sent that to me over absolutely free because the government requires you to say that, but they don't enforce it. But I really, I hope you really enjoyed this review. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you later, YouTube. You have a great day.